Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, receive different messages from different kinds of people. Everybody has different requests, different kinds of question, concern, and I receive many messages from many people regarding marriage, like what dua to read, or sometimes they have somebody told them, or they found in some website or some book that if you read certain dua at certain times at certain numbers, then you will be married like within a week or within a month or within certain times. Or if you read certain dua, you can marry a certain person. I mean, subhanallah, as far I know, or from the Quran and Sunnah, there is nothing like that. If you read certain dua, certain thing will happen at certain times or within certain days or certain weeks. Or if you read certain dua, you can marry certain person. Subhanallah, there's nothing like that. It's all nasib, qadarullah. All written in your qadr, in your nasib. So whoever is written for you, the person will come regardless. But we can ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for us, and make it easy, so we can help ourselves, protect ourselves from the fitna and from the temptation. I mean, I understand the urge, the desire, the necessity. We all human being, we can ignore that. But then, from my knowledge, or from my studying, that there are two certain dua in the Quran that for marriage. One is the dua of Musa alayhi salam, which is Rabbi inni lima anzalta ilayya min karin fakir. Rabbi inni lima anzalta ilayya min karin fakir. Rabbi inni lima anzalta ilayya min karin fakir. You can make this dua as many times as you like. You are you're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you the like you're a fakir. So you're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you the best, whatever is good for you, and like you're in a desperate situation. This is the basically the meaning of the dua. And Musa alayhi salam, when he read this dua, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him wife, plus Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him rizq, a job as well. So ulama says if you read this dua, you will get spouse and rizq as well. And second dua is ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. This is another dua. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. This dua is asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you pious spouse and pious children who will be fullness of your eyes. This is another dua you can read to have a pious, loving, kind spouse in your life. Like I said, no matter how much we try, no matter how much effort we make, it's our nasib, this is our qadr. No matter how much how go crazy you go through, it's not going to happen until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to make it happen. It's all in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why ulama says do istighfar, a lot of istighfar. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. When you do istighfar, like this is the easiest thing you can do. Anybody can say astaghfirullah, Allah forgive me, Allah forgive me. Like other dua you have to memorize them, you have to spend time, this and that. But istighfar you can do anytime, sitting, standing, laying down, working, anytime you can do astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Allah forgive me, Allah forgive me, Allah forgive me. Hadith says that if you do istighfar, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make all your affairs easy for you. No matter what you're going through, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for you. If you have problem with rizq, marriage, health, anything you have problem with, if you do istighfar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make way out for you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring you help from the sources that you can never imagine. Subhanallah, all these reminder goes for myself first, and then the others, because you all human beings, we all have our shortcomings, we all have our mistakes. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us and make our affairs easy for us and help us and make halal easy for all the Muslims. So please, I understand the desperation. I understand the desperation. We are human, we are not robot, like we are not a machine. So We all desire companionship, we all desire love, you know someone to talk with, someone to spend time with, someone to share our feelings with. This is natural, this is human desire. We're human being, so it's natural to have that feelings. And as you get older, it's going to, it will get stronger. The desire for companionship and love will get stronger with age and time, so that's why Islamically the hadith says, so many places in the Quran and Sunnah, it says, do not delay the marriage, do not delay the marriage, do not delay the marriage. There is a reason, there is hikmah behind it. As you get older, it's going to get harder and more complicated, especially for the women. So, women has biological clock. They have, a certain age. After certain age, they can't have women and the kids. So, this is another reason. So please, make your life easy. Make your requirements down. Don't be like looking for Superman and Superwoman. I did say look for the deen, look for the deen, look for the deen. You will be winner in dunya and akhirah both. Look somebody for the deen, you will be winner in dunya and akhirah both. Trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, trust in Allah's promise, trust in Allah's promise. Then Allah will make it, Allah will bless you in dunya and akhirah. Allah will make you happy. What's the point of marrying someone with so much money, so much degree, with so much quality, but then you have a miserable marriage life? What are you going to do with this money? Can you sleep with your money? Can you live with your money? No, you cannot. You cannot sleep with your money. You cannot live with your money. Money is necessity in life, but it's not everything in life. So, because someone has so much degree doesn't mean that person will be a good person. That person will be a good spouse. Islam is simple. Islam teaches us love, romance, kindness, sweetness. Islam is way of life. So if someone has deen in their life, you will be happy, you will be content. The person will overlook your shortcomings. But if someone doesn't have Islamic deen education, Islamic knowledge, then they will be like, jahil. You know what I mean? They will, think everything 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I mean? That's all they will think. But life is not all about always 1 + 1 = 2. Life has ups and downs. Only person who has the deen, Islamic knowledge, the person will be mature and that person will understand this. But the people who doesn't have Islamic knowledge, they will not understand this. They will think in their secular way, you know what I mean? So I did this, I do this, other person has to do that, I did this, 50-50, like that's how the Western way of thinking, everything has to be 50-50. But Islam is not like that. In Islam we have our way of life, Islam is all about sacrifices, especially relationship. It's all about sacrifices, my brothers and sisters. If you cannot sacrifice, your ego, then you will not be able to live with a human being, like with a person for the rest of your life. So much divorces, my brothers and sisters, so much divorces, so much going on in the community. You can't imagine why. People married for everything except the deen. People married for everything except the deen. So ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you with a pious wife or husband. If the person doesn't have all the degrees in the world, if the person doesn't have all the money in the world, as long as the person has the deen, the rest will come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will make it easy. It's Allah's promise. Have tawakkul in Allah. Have faith in Allah. Allah can provide you. Allah can feed you in every situation. Khair inshallah. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.